Understanding big boys' intentions will help you to pull the trigger on your trade. Let me give an example. So here, I got a trade from a few days ago. It was on USD CAD for a nice 1 to 10. And let me show you what type of confluences I've used apart from my trading rules on taking this trade, and what gave me even further confirmation to be able to take this trade with more confidence. So what happened is that I looked to the left. So I had a very interesting POY over here. And what I was looking at is that I've seen price, right, ranging at this level in this zone, right? And eventually you can see that at one point price just broke through the downside with all these huge candles going to the downside. So what happened is that I asked myself this question: who break this level? Who has had the power to break this specific zone? It was this zone over here, right? It wasn't this, it wasn't this, it wasn't this, it was this one over here. So now the question I asked myself was, what happened if price gets back to the level? Am I gonna have the same reaction again? And how strong this zone is going to be? So what I did is that as soon as price tapped this zone, I wanted to see the same exact reaction that we actually had over here. You see how they run away from this level? Exactly, that's what I was expecting. However, that's not the case. It didn't happen like this. Look what happened. Price tapped to that level, and then it gave a huge engulfing to the downside, which is beautiful. But then at one point, it started making all these dodges down here, right? And then at that point, I was like, okay, my plan is telling me that is a valid setup, because I was anyway going pro trend. You guys can see, because we are coming from a bearish bullish momentum. So it was around here. The intentions, however, from that level wasn't strong enough, because I didn't see what I wanted to see, which was a very sharp and strong momentum to the downside. So at that point, I was like, okay, this is beautiful, because it's telling me that we still have a potential to go to the upside. And if we go to the upside, where do you think we're going to go? Well, simple. We are just going to go above this level. Why? Because the only important zone out of all this area was just this level over here, which didn't give enough reaction to the right side where I've taken the trade, right? So at that point, I knew that there was no reason for price to stop somewhere around here, because they didn't do anything important based on the specific price structure, right? So that's where I've targeted, and eventually that's where price then went before giving the retracement to the downside.